Anthony, welcome to Chad TV. What's going on, man? How are you?
Good, bro. How are you?
Fantastic. We missed a week. We had a special guest come in last Sunday. Can you catch everyone up to speed with that? What happened last weekend? What happened this week?
Yeah, Rye Will came to town. We had him on. We did an outside interview. We ran out of time, and then when we went to do it, our camera batteries were left out in the sun, and they pretty much got destroyed. They got melted, so we're back. We're back now.
We're so back. Catch everyone up to speed with what we're doing, what you're going through over the last couple weeks, mindset changes, new outlooks, and any new activities worth mentioning.
Shit. I've been feeling really good. Just doing a lot more. I realized I was just logistically trying to figure out a lot of shit in my life this whole year, and I just pretty much gave up and surrendered to it, and I stopped trying to logistically figure shit out. And honestly, it's been the biggest blessing in my life over the last couple weeks. Just feeling better physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So what I mean by that, because I have a lot of friends that have actually called me and been asking. It's funny, I just keep having people call me and ask me for advice, and I keep telling everybody the same thing, and it resonates with them on a deep level. Everybody's trying to just figure shit out. You gotta stop trying to just figure shit out, and you just gotta sit there and you gotta accept the situation, accept what's going on, and stop trying to logistically figure shit out and let shit work itself out, because the more you try to do that, the more you get tangled in it.
What's a good resource you recommend to people to go through similar processes or change their mindset?
So I think there's a lot of confusion about this. I've been talking about this a lot on here, but a lot of people say there's a lot of people that you could listen to and you could follow for advice on working on your mindset, and I actually think it's really bad advice to follow other people, because you shouldn't have the same mindset as somebody else. You can learn from everybody and you can adopt principles and adopt perspective, but honestly, a lot of perspectives that seem really good on the surface could actually be detrimental for who you're supposed to be. So I think the best thing you can do is cultivate that relationship with yourself, so that you come to the conclusion that you actually don't need anybody else's help and you don't need all these other resources. Now, I don't typically give book recommendations. I'm not too much of a reader, but there's one book that's really good. It's called Letting Go by David Hawkins, The Pathway to Surrender. And I read that in 2021 and it changed my life, and I haven't picked it back up until the last 2 weeks. And again, it's had such a profound impact on my life. But it's just basically explaining how to rekindle that relationship with your intuition and yourself, and how to surrender. It's not necessarily telling you what to fucking do. So that's my advice for everybody, is stop trying to logistically fucking figure your way out of shit, and just fucking surrender to the situation, surrender to the emotions of the situation, so that way you stop being so reactive in your life.
Different question. New topic. What do you personally feel are your biggest strengths, and how do you feel you're meant to be using them, even if you're not fully expressing them now? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't.
I think my biggest strength is my ability to observe and extract information and then apply it to my own life pretty quickly when it resonates. I think the my weakness is discernment, because I think I could take information on and I could take energy on really easily and start to bring it into my life and mold it, but then I have a harder time discerning between it, or I have had up until this point. So that's what I would say. I feel I can fucking mold myself really quickly to the energy that I'm around, the energy and information that I'm absorbing, either to in a progressive way or in a detrimental way.
How do you feel that could be an asset to other people or the world at large?
What do you mean?
That strength. that also could be, you said there's a downside to it, which is like not discerning what to take on. But if you're good at like reverse engineering shit and applying it to your own life, how could you like extrapolate that out as leaning into that more to better serve other people?
I think it just comes down to me becoming the best version of myself, and just honestly like not confining the way, not trying to mechanically define a way to serve other people. I think that if I just grew and became the best version of myself, it would inevitably happen. I don't really have any clear cut defined way of wanting to do this. Like I keep having people say, "No, you should start a business. You should do that." I'm done. I'm done doing all that shit. I'm absolutely fucking done doing any of that shit of trying to fucking think my way or logistically manipulate a situation to yield some sort of result. I'm absolutely done with that.
What's an example of? Cause what do you mean there? Because that's kind of vague, especially if they don't know you.
Like I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm gonna start this business because it's a good way to make money and I'll be able to help people by doing that. Like that's just fucking stupid.
So what do you? What would you do?
Doesn't matter. I don't even care. Like that sounds stupid. That sounds really weird to say, but like for example, I'll give you a good example. Since the last 2 or 3 weeks, which Adam knows, like been monumental for me, just in terms of like my mindset, my energy, and how I've been feeling. I had three of my friends call me yesterday and all ask me for some sort of advice. And for one of the first times I felt like I could give them all really good advice without me wanting to give that advice to like validate myself. And I gave them all the same advice of what I've been learning. So me choosing to go down this process first, God or the universe provided me 3 opportunities yesterday to share that with other people, none of which were paid opportunities. But I recognize the fact that, hey, look, these people are calling you right now. I want you to share this message with them. If that inevitably ends up being something that is in a more formal sense one day, so be it. But I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out and constrain it to become a business. Nor am I going to do that with anything I'm doing anymore.
So you feel like you forced things, is what you're saying, because it seemed like a good opportunity instead of just feeling like a good one.
Yeah, honestly, like I've come to I'd rather honestly like be broke and feel aligned than have shit be right on paper and feel misaligned. Because the whole reason you're looking for success or you're looking to achieve specific results or goals in your life is the emotional payoff that you think that will provide you in your life. So if I can just figure out, if everybody can just become more aware of what's the emotional payoff they're getting from everything they're doing. Me speaking right now on camera, the next thing I'm about to say, everything that I say is giving me some sort of emotional payoff. If you're conversating with somebody, what they're about to say next, what you're about to say next, if you could understand everybody's getting some sort of emotional payoff from the way that they're saying, the way that they're reacting to things. This can be brought up in a bigger sense of, hey, I gotta go smoke this cigarette because I'm looking for relief right now, right? That's an emotional payoff you're looking for. Drinking, smoking, doing, drugs, for example. But also, I'm going to the gym because I want the emotional payoff that comes with that. So when you could start to really increase the level of conscious awareness you have and understand everything that you fucking do, everything that you do has an emotional payoff to it, you can stop and you can stop being reactive and you can say, wait a second. Before I respond to this person in this conversation in some sort of reactive way, what's that feeling I'm looking to achieve by the words I'm about to say? Can I become more aware of that? And can I either stop myself from saying that and understand that and check myself? Can I give myself that payoff internally? Can I disregard that? Because if not, then you're just reactive. And the only thing that I've come to the conclusion, there's a fuck ton of sentiments and like phrases that sound good that we all agree with. Everybody says, take accountability for everything in your life. Yeah, no shit, right? And it sounds good and you can be like, yeah, makes sense. But like, are you truly living in total comprehension of that? And that's what I feel like I came into in the last like 2-3 weeks is like, literally the only thing I can control is me. It's me, it's my mind. But if I'm super reactive, like if me and Adam are having a conversation and there's like slight tension, like before I fucking respond to him, even though we're not gonna like fucking fight like crazy, before I even respond to him, I now think for a split second, like, what's this emotional payoff I'm looking for that is that's causing me to choose this response, right? So now it's understanding, okay, I can choose my response and my reaction to fucking everything I say instead of it just being triggered. And so I'm developing and cultivating this awareness in my life that's allowing me to choose to control the only things that I can control, which are my reactions physically, mentally, verbally, spiritually, and energetically to everything that's happening around me. And that's how I feel like I'll be able to actually like change my reality. But you can't manipulate it either. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, why would you need to start a business over this? What's the emotional payoff you're hoping to achieve from that? You're looking to escape the present moment. You're looking for relief. So how many things are we looking to achieve in our life? Just because we feel like that'll bring us a feeling of relief when we get to that point. And I realized like a lot of my goals, even though they were good goals that I had, a lot of those goals were more so rooted in that place will give me a little bit of relief. And I realized, what if I can just figure a way to give myself that relief right now? Are those goals that I actually want to achieve, or do I not really give a fuck about them? Do I want to get there now more from inspiration or desperation? I'm just going off because this is all shit that's been in my head the last 2 weeks, and I wanted to come on here and talk about it.
I like that. How do you reconcile that as a final closing point? How do you reconcile that with having big ambitions and wanting a lot out of life and desiring to work hard, have nice things, which requires some sacrifice? How do you balance that?
Well, does it require sacrifice? So, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's where are you choosing to come and get these things from? That's the dream that I was sold that I'm no longer buying into, of you need to grind, you need to work hard, you need to sacrifice, you need to struggle. I'm not buying into that sentiment anymore. Because that's actually like, you could act like that's not there, but really, even if you're working hard, if you're doing it from a place of like lack and scarcity, because you are, if you're forcing yourself to work hard, one, it's not sustainable, and two, like there is feelings of like scarcity and lack and like relief you're searching for, and you're only going to continue to manifest those circumstances. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like, what are you just naturally inclined to do? When you get rid of a lot of that fucking nonsense that's inside of you, that bad energy, those bad feelings, the paradigm will shift that you're starting to think from and view the world from, and you'll just naturally be inclined to go after certain things. You don't have to worry about like forcing yourself to do shit. I don't know. It's the best way I can do it. Read the book.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Till next week.
Bye.